Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my home and our little video today. I'm gonna try to be careful and not do too much today. Last time I did one, it ended up in two parts. So I've got to try to watch my time, I guess. Anyway, today I was going to go over a couple of things. One thing is I'm going to kind of do a Bible lesson in a flash on joy and laughter. Excuse me. I think that's something that we can all use, a little joy and laughter in our lives, and find something good in every day. Before I get into that, I wanted to show you all what I had done. I was so proud of myself yesterday. Excuse me. I'm trying to get a cold, and I'm just praying it off, so I don't want no cold. I've been wanting to do a traveler's notebook. A traveler's notebook is one that you have like these little tiny notebooks, and like you put 3 or so with rubber. They're like corded bands, really, in one that you buy. But I made mine. I just got this thought in my head that I got the notebooks to see if I would like them. And I was going to get a traveler's notebook. But I thought before I go into all that expense, I'm going to try to make one on my own just to make do. And I really kind of like it. I don't know if I'll get one or not. All I did, which you might think this looks a little hokey, and of course it has stickers on it because that's who I am. But all I did, which I've never done this before, I'm not crafty at all. I'm not a craft person. I don't know anything about any of it. I just don't understand it. But what I did was I took a piece of that construction paper stuff. And I don't have a laminator. A lot of people have a laminator, but I don't have one. I just took those laminating sheets that you get like 5 in a pack at Walmart or something. And I just laminated it. And it turned out pretty good. But anyway, what I did was I just took rubber bands and just put them on the outside into the inside around the notebooks. So these notebooks were like a cardboard color. And I just took some of that cardstock and put some over top of the cover, okay? I left this one blank. But anyway, there's like one notebook. And I put the little rubber band around it, see? There's one of them. Let's see if I can do this. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. Okay, there was one of them. Let's see. Was that the only? Yeah, that was one. Okay, and then I took, some of them have calendar sheets. But what I did was I just took one of those little pocket calendars that you would put in your purse or something. And I just tucked it in here with a rubber band. It has all my scriptures for my scripture writing and stuff on it. And it's just fine. So far, that's working out good. I've just had this a day or two, though, so I don't know if all the kinks are worked out. But anyway, this is how it's going so far. Then I have another notebook, and I'll use these. I'll probably use one for my Bible study, one for maybe my prayer and stuff. Scripture writing. I'm not sure what I'm going to use each one, but there's 3 notebooks in here, and they're all just put in with rubber bands. And so anyway, when I get done with it, I just take my rubber bands. I'll just fix them on the outside here. It stays together pretty good. I always put something, I've got 2 rubber bands that I put around the outside to hold it shut. But I figure over time it might start staying shut by itself. But even if it doesn't, that's okay, because some of them have a cord they put around them anyway. So, you know, it's the same difference, so to speak. But anyway, I thought I was going to try this and see how this worked out. And it might be something you all might want to try. Sometimes those notebooks that I do, I love my binders and stuff, I do. But sometimes they just get cumbersome for me. I don't know why. I can do good if I'm sitting at the table, but if I'm sitting in my chair, not so good. It's just hard for me to write in them sometimes. But I really like to do a lot of my work at the table anyway. But anyway, I just thought it turned out kind of cute, so I just wanted to share that with you in case anybody else would want to try to do one on a whim. The reason I laminated this, I was afraid it'd get beat up a little bit. So I laminated it, and we'll see how it works out. So I like that pretty good. And let's see, I always keep me a planner. I did a video on my planner one time, and it was really awful. I mean, the planner, well, the video might have been awful too, but the planner was really awful. It's a scribbled up mess. I mean, But you know what? I fretted over it. I tried to do washi tape and make it all pretty and stuff. Eventually, I got to the point where I could go through and make it a little bit neater and stuff. I'm sorry. But, you know, this is real life. And I'm just not the neat sticker planner person. I'm just not. There's nothing wrong with that. If you are, that's wonderful. I'm just not. So I might as well face the fact. I'm just not. So, you know, if my dad gets a doctor's appointment or anybody does, I just scribble it in that day. I mean, you know, I try to be kind of neat about it, but I don't have like a certain little place with a little tiny area to write in or anything. I write big, for one thing. And I have another little pocket calendar in this calendar because sometimes it's just easier for me. That's stupid, ain't it? I've got 3 calendars here in front of me. And really, my life ain't that interesting that I would need a big planner. I've got this planner, then the little one that's inside this one. Then I've got this notebook thing that I've got. And I've got different things in it. Just a day runner, I think's what it is. But then I've got a calendar in this too. So, you know, I take this to my mom and dad's when I go there to fill my mom's medicine. I've got it all wrote down in here, how many of each pill she gets, so I can just kind of go down my list and put them in order. And that's how I do it a little bit easier. One thing that I wanted to do today for just a minute was to just talk about laughter and joy. On my last video, I mentioned that I think I said God laughed with his mom and his brothers. I meant to say Jesus. But anyway, I mean, I'm sure he laughed. I mean, come on. You know, we're made in his image, okay? And if he had people following him, to me, he had to be a likable person or nobody would have given him the time of day. And I'm sure that he joked with his mother. I'm sure that he joked and kidded around with his brothers and his cousins. I'm sure it wasn't seriousness all the time because laughter is good medicine. I love to laugh. I've got a devotional here that I mentioned in my last video called Moments of Peace in the Presence of God. And I used this at my Bible teachings at the nursing home. I've got a couple books here I'll share with you real quick. But, you know, I did a lesson on laughing out loud because in this book it says, laughter is a precious gift that comes to you from heaven. Laughter is God reaching down to you with delight, gladness. Laughter is a wonderful blessing from God. And it is. It's good for us to laugh. A good belly laugh is really good for you. I mean, I'm not going to say if you have something terribly wrong with you, if you laugh, you're not going to be going to the doctor. I'm just saying, in everyday life and circumstances, laughing is good for you. I laugh at church. I have went to churches where if you laughed, they kind of looked at you a little funny. Well, I don't agree with that. I mean, not in the middle of a sermon or anything, you know, just hanging around and talking and chit-chatting and stuff. There's nothing wrong with laughing in church. My goodness, God, I'm sure Jesus laughed all the time. I love to laugh. When I worked retail, and my office was in the back of the store. And I have a big mouth, which I've told you that before. But anyway, I mean, I would laugh back there, and people would say they could hear me when they walked in the front door, you know, and they probably could because I just have a loud laugh. My whole family, when we get together, we laugh. And there's a few of my cousins that we just get really loud. I mean, it's just, we have fun. And I had a great aunt one time that loved to come visit us because she said our family laughed so much all the time. It was just a pleasure to be around people that laughed all the time. And I know we're all different. Some of us are more serious than others, and that's fine. But just don't forget to laugh and have some joy about your life. I think that's, you know, that's what it's all about. It's good to smile and laugh. It cheers people up. I've always said I think that's my life's mission, to try to make people happy or smile. And if that's what it is, then that's fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. God loves to see us happy. I mean, we're his children. And, you know, just like we like to see our children happy, I'm sure God likes to see us happy. You know, he made us to laugh. No matter what age we are, we can find something to laugh about. I have another book here, a devotional that I really love, and I can't believe I didn't share this with that last video because I've used this one forever. It's called God's Words of Life. It's like a women's devotional. Here you go. I use this a lot. I read them a lot. I use them at the nursing homes a lot. In the Bible, in Job 8:21, God will yet fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with shouts of joy. Isn't that great? God will yet fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with shouts of joy. That's just awesome. He wants us to be happy. He doesn't want us to be all gloom and doom all the time. Now, I know we go through spells in our life that it's hard to smile and laugh, but we just have to find a way to do it. In Psalms 97:11, it says, light is shed upon the righteous and joy on the upright in heart. And I just think that things like that are just great. I mean, he gave us laughter and joy, and we need to thank him for that, and we need to appreciate it and follow through. In Proverbs 15:30, I love this one. It says, a cheerful look brings joy to the heart, and good news gives health to the bones. And isn't that great? Sometimes you can feel bad, but if somebody makes you laugh or get your mind off your problems, isn't that great? Doesn't that make you feel a lot better? When I worked and I'd have to call in sick, and I hated calling in sick worse than anything, sometimes I would go anyway thinking, well, I'm going to be real busy, and that might get my mind off being sick, because if I sit at home, I'm just going to be wallowing in, oh, I feel bad and my throat hurts or whatever. You know, if I wasn't real contagious or anything, I would go to work. Now, if I was contagious, I didn't want to take it to somebody that had little children or anything, you know, or make anybody sick for that matter. But if it was just a headache or something simple like, you know, sinuses or something that wasn't contagious, if I didn't have a fever, then I'd try to go to work most of those times. And most often I would start feeling better because I would get my mind off my sickness and just do my job. And, you know, people laugh and carry on. It's not just me, you know, everybody laughs. So they would tell me that they could hear me from the front of the store laughing, and that just made my day. People would come to my door of my office, and the break room was right next to my office, and they would come in to pop their little head in the door, and they'd say, Cherie, your laugh just made my day. I was having a bad day, but to hear your laugh, it's infectious. And I just wanted you to know that you mean so much to me, and your laugh just gets me through some hard spots, and I just wanted to thank you for that. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I mean, that made my day. I mean, they could never have given me a better compliment than that. I mean, really, that was really great. I just love to make people laugh, and I just think that's great when we can do that. In Galatians 5:22, it says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, and faithfulness. That was Galatians 5:22. And that is so true. Some of those are kind of hard to do sometimes. Patience is, I struggle with patience sometimes. I've seen a video. I think her name is Candy K. Can or something on here on YouTube, and she did a little video yesterday or day before. But she talked about people with planners. You know, it's going to get botched up. Your plans aren't always going to go through the way you want them to, but you've got to learn to not worry about the planning, but about the person and the people. And that's so true. I mean, I go to my mom and dad's with this blue book, walking in there like I'm Big Ike, you know, I've got your medicine list, and oh, I'm this and that, and because I'm an only child, so it's basically up to me. So, you know, and it is a little bit of pressure, but I try to do good, but I would not be a good nurse. I just don't have a lot of patience. I don't like get mean or anything. I'm just saying I just stress out easy. You know, so I'll go in there with my mom's medicine list and pop open her little pill bottle things, you know, her little Sunday through Saturday pill container for morning and evening, and I'll see that she's either not took all of that day, for some reason she leaves one or two in there, or she's skipped a whole day, or she's took a day that ain't even happened yet. She has Alzheimer's, and my dad is living also, and he's in good mental health and really good health all the way around. I'm blessed to have both my parents still. But you know, she backs on him a little bit when he tries to get her to take her medicine, and sometimes he just kind of has the patience thing too. He just wants to give up. You know, it's like, whatever, you know, I'm not going to fight with you over it, just, you know, whatever. And I'll call her about every morning and say, did you take your medicine? Because I've got to check you off my list. And she'll get kind of tickled, you know, and sometimes she'll say, yeah, I took them. And I say, well, what day is it, Mom? I don't know. I'm like, well, then how do you know you took your medicine, Mom, if you don't know what day it is? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I took it. It's like, Mom, get up out of your chair, okay, and go in the kitchen and look in your pill box, because I've got to check you off my list. I've got a list of things to do today, and I can't go to the next thing till I have to get you checked off my list. And she'll get tickled, and she'll go in there and look, you know. And sometimes if she's in a little fun mood, she'll say, what is today? And I'll say, Tuesday or whatever. And she'll say, no, I ain't took them. I'll say, okay, well, then take them then. And she'll say, okay. She'll stand there, because I can hear, you know, what she's doing. She'll stand there for a minute. She'll go, okay, I took them. I said, no, you didn't, Mom. I didn't hear you run water. I didn't hear you swallow. You did not take your pills. And then she'll start giggling. She'll go, how do you know that? Do you have x-ray vision or something? I said, because I just know, okay? Jesus told me. I'll tell her something like that. Now, he's watching you. He wants you to take your pills. So, you know, she'll get tickled, and she'll take her medicine. She'll run water, and I can hear her getting them out of the pill thing, you know, and I can hear her swallowing, you know. She goes, now are you happy? And I'm like, yes, thank you for taking your medicine, Mom. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. But, you know, life just throws us curves sometimes. And so as far as the planning and stuff, I'm just not going to get head over heels in planning. Not right now in my life, because I feel like I have to do everything on that page, and that if I don't, I'm failing. I don't know. I guess anxiety maybe, and I pray about anxiety all the time, but sometimes I just feel like everything's coming down on me, and I don't want to feel that way. But I do try to do better. I have one more book real quick, and it is called Powerful Moments in the Presence of God. And this is what it looks like. And it has a good page in here that said, joy is a choice. And I like that. In James, James 1, chapter 1, verses 2 and 3, it says, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. And, you know, that's true. I mean, I've been tested many times, but I cling closer to God, and it gets me through, and that makes my relationship with God a lot better, you know. It says, joy is not defined by your circumstances. It may be easier to step into a place of joy when everything is going your way. But joy is always a choice. Joy is a weapon. Joy is your strength. Hold fast to joy today. And you know, our enemy, Satan, he loves no better than for us not to have joy in our life. He likes for us to be in doom and gloom, and he just feeds off that. So we need to not open that window for him. We need to keep that window shut, and we don't need to give that window open to him to come in and just try to wreak havoc with our lives. You know, in the power of Jesus, Satan, you get out here and leave me alone, because I'm going to smile today, and I'm going to laugh, and I'm going to be happy. So you might as well just head on down the road, because it's not going to work with me. You know, you're just wasting your time. So move on down the road. I belong to Jesus. You know, you have to take a stand sometimes. And then it kind of puffs you up, and you kind of feel better. It's like, well, I guess I told him. I gave the devil a black eye, you know. But I just wanted to share that with you today. You know, it's good to do all these planners and stuff. I agree. These are good. I love my Bible journaling planners and all that stuff that I do. Not really planners, but journals. My war binder, my faith binder, and all that. But I also read in one of my books the other day. It was the Joyce Meyer book. One of the ones that I shared with you the other day. I think it's called New Day, New You. And it talked about, you know, we can get our prayer binders and our journals out, and just, you know, make sure we've got every I dotted and T crossed and everything looks pretty, and draw pretty pictures and put stickers on it, whatever your case may be. But don't lose track of what you're doing it for. We're doing this for God, to draw us closer to God, to learn about God. And I really thought about that for a minute. It's like, am I getting so absorbed into all these different journals and sections, and what do I write in this one, and what do I write in that one, that I lose track and lose track of God in there. I'm here to learn more about God. And if I write something in the wrong section, who cares? Nobody's looking at it but me anyway. I could take all, and I might even do that. Just take all those little binder heading things out and have one big notebook and just write in it whatever I want. Because sometimes when you go through those and go over them again, like in a month or two, probably mixing it up a little bit with a different subject and topic and different things, when you're going through that book, probably is pretty cool. So anyway, I don't want to take up no more time than I have to, but I so appreciate you all, and I'm getting subscribers, and that tickles me to death. I appreciate you all so much. You just don't understand how much I appreciate you. And you're so sweet and kind with your comments. And I'm going to try to keep bringing you videos. I'm going to have a couple coming up on outdoor horse-drawn farm equipment, antique farm equipment. I don't know if that's your cup of tea or not, but I will have a couple videos on that because my husband likes that. Excuse me. Anyway, I'll have one on that. And then he also has crocks and old rulers and umbrellas and yardsticks and stuff. And he has a 50-gallon crock that's huge and weighs a ton. But anyway, I've got a video on that too. If I can get it uploaded pretty soon, I'll have that one. But I'm also going to do some more of these Bible and journal and devotional videos. And we can just learn together. But I basically wanted to go over that lesson with you. It's been on my mind, and I was just trying to get it to where I could do it. We planted 96 tomato plants yesterday. This old gal is sore today. I said, I don't know if I'm getting a bug or if I'm just exhausted. 96 tomato plants. My husband, love his heart. I think his motto is go big or go home because he overdoes on everything. Oh my gosh. I love him to pieces, so I helped him. But I said, we can't do this next year, honey. I can't even move. We're just getting too old. So anyway, we were planting tomatoes yesterday, so I've been a little busy, but I wanted to take time this morning to bring you this video. And I hope you're having a great day, and I love y'all. And just remember to live, love, and laugh some more because it's the best medicine, right? So I love you guys, and I will see you soon, and thank you so much. If you want to hit the like button and the subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. There's a little bell by the subscribe button, and if you hit that little bell after you subscribe, it will notify you when I put on a new video. So you might want to try that too. And then, you know, if it's something you're interested in, you'll know that it's up there. So it's been posted. But I really, really appreciate all of you and your kind words. And I will hope to see you very, very soon. And you all have a great, safe weekend. And thanks a bunch. Bye. I love y'all.